your wife can come in like a bright ray of sunshine and make that day better. It's things that you can't quantify on paper. You cannot write down and say, yeah, I need you to bring this to the table. That's not it's so much more. It's things that are tangible and intangible that they bring. But those intangibles, bro, it changed your perspective on life. I My biggest problem right now in life, to be 100% honest, I don't have the motivation I had when my life was fucked up, when I had trauma and pain. Everything right now is so great that I'm like, oh, whatever. Don't nothing bother me. Y'all don't see me bother because I be like,
Can
well,
I ask you a question?
and I can attribute that to me having a solid family structure, to me knowing I could get off. Anything can happen. I can go in there and see my wife and my kids.
Here's the value that a woman brings. In terms of like the cooking and cleaning and all of that stuff, that's great that you can do that on your own. But if she can take that off your plate, especially as somebody who's a high earner, she's now increased your decisional capacity. You now have the ability to focus on the things that you need to focus on instead of the things that you have to focus on. You can continue to focus and progress in your career and earn even more money because you no longer have to worry about that. Yes, you can offset that, but there's still the decisional capacity. Who are you offsetting it to? Are you paying them on time? Are they doing it regularly? Are they not stealing your stuff? When she takes those tasks on, whether she's doing it herself or not, she's increasing your decisional capacity. And if you are a high earner, that is something that is incredibly crucial to what you do. The second thing that she does in terms of bringing value is if you've chosen that woman correctly, her character, her moral code, your shared values, your shared purpose will allow her to instill the character into your children that is worthy of you. Because if you're that person who's a high earner, let's face it, you're not available to be there all the time to instill all of those things in your children. That is her job, but it is still a reflection of you because you are the leader, right? Also, to what Trigger Mike was saying, there's the social representation of being able to maintain a family. Not only does that increase your possibilities of employment, but it also increases your opportunities of wealth. Not to mention, if you're talking about real legacy, we talk about legacy like it's living. If you're not maintaining legacy past just inheritance appropriately, your legacy dies with you, and that is not a legacy. You do not have people that can continue on the work that you've done if you have not chosen that woman appropriately. So if you're talking about what a woman brings to value past her vagina and her looks that, we all have stated is deteriorates as she gets older, those are the things that are non-monetary that bring value into why men should choose marriage. We haven't gotten even touched at that point the fact that married men tend to live longer, tend to live healthier, and tend to be more productive after they get married as well.
And
so that's the value of
we are happier than single men.
Next,
I
right?
concur. Well said.
It was on me next, right? Yeah, I agree with everything Nas said. And let me add some more things to that. So, if you're from a background similar to mine, it's going to be some trauma associated with growing up. Your wife can help you find peace so you can heal from some of that stuff. That right there is one of the most you can't really add a value number to that, but it's
underrated. It's underrated.
It's incredible the peace you get from her being in the home. Now, when you come home and it's the things that you can't add a number to, and you can't pay for them either. When you come in the house and the kids and the family, all y'all hugging together, and you have a complete family unit, it's nothing like that experience. It's nothing like that feeling. It's nothing like the added information. Like when you're not seeing something, she can also see in a different direction. So now you've increased your vision twofold. When you die, because we're gonna die more than likely before them, she still has instructions on how you want the family to be run. And she's an executor of your will and intention for your children. She's in charge of everything, and you've bestowed upon her the way you see things need to be flowing. And if you chose the right woman through vetting correctly, she will do that. She's instilling in your kids a sense of of deep respect for you that your kids don't just have from dealing with you, that they will have, but the secondhand respect and reinforces it, because it's like, yeah, daddy's always there, and then mommy comes back like daddy is a great man. Your kids double look at you like a superhero. When you having a bad day and men are getting to the point where they hold things in, they depressed, and they almost, your wife can come in like a bright ray of sunshine and make that day better. It's things that you can't quantify on paper. You cannot write down and say, yeah, I need you to bring this to the table. That's not it. It's so much more. It's things that are tangible and intangible that they bring. But those intangibles, bro, it changed your perspective on life. My biggest problem right now in life, to be 100% honest, I don't have the motivation I had when my life was fucked up, when I had trauma and pain. Everything right now is so great that I'm like, oh, whatever. Don't nothing bother me. Y'all don't see me bother because I'd be like, well,
can I ask you a question?
And I can attribute that to me having a solid family structure, to me knowing I could get off. Anything can happen. I can go in there and see my wife and my kids playing on the bed. No more monkeys jumping on it, singing songs and enjoying things. My homie is dying right now. He just had a heart attack like 2 days ago. That tearing me apart. And I go in there and all I'm thinking is how thankful I am that I have my family and my health. Like, these are things you can't measure, but they are immeasurable. When we talk about them like they just sex and resource extractors, bro, it's so much more than that. Like, I'm gonna keep it a being, so much more than that. They provide so much more value than just sex and resource extraction.
Yeah, and I wanted to add after Marcus, but go ahead, Ellie, real quick.
Well,
no, go ahead, real quick.
A real quick question. Trigger Mike, AP Marcus. How many women would stay with men if that was the only value they provided her?
How many women would stay?
Are we the same though? Can we?
No, please don't do. No, we're supposed to be equal. Shan, you quickly.
I don't understand the question.
Wait, will you explain that again?
Marcus,
listen, I don't want to mute you. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna let you answer. We're gonna answer your question, okay? But while he's pondering, let me just do these super chats, okay? And then he's gonna answer your question. Is that okay?
Why talk? Go ahead.
I tried to stop.
I'm not even bringing that time. It's okay. It's funny when a man's passionate. But I didn't even. I got you. But why say it like
that? Huh?
No, nothing, Shan. It's okay.
No, I was trying to get it in, and y'all talk over, and it's like
no. You don't have to ask me. It's okay. Anything you ask me, I would do. Anything any of the ladies ask me to do, I would do. Why say if that's okay? I would do it. Okay. It's like it's okay.
I didn't mean to take by it. It's not
I know it's okay, Shan. I got you.
It's okay.